Hey guys, Jamiy, and today, as you can see, we are obviously on the Monsters of Etheria's Etheria game. Also, I'll leave this in the description down below. Also, most of you guys know what this place is already, but just for the guys that maybe are checking this out and don't know what I'm talking about, pretty much this game is also for Monsters of Etheria, and it is a separate place outside of that game. That is, I was actually going to say index. It's not really an index, it's more of a showcase place where you can see all of the monsters that are in the game, also are on the blue tiles. All of these monsters in the background are made with intentions to be in the game by also the creators of them, which all have their names right next to their own creations. Submissions even, I should have called them. Also, they could just be turned away saying, nah. Other just be like, nah. Just dab on those haters and just say, nah, they're just not for the game, or they're not too unique enough to be considered new monsters, I guess, so it could just turn them away. So more or less just not confirmed. And also we have these ones, which are not exactly over there, they're over here. A very, very good analogy, right? But they're over here, and they pretty much are made, and they're pretty much confirmed. We have seen quite a few times actually now, from what I've been told. I actually thought the bird trio was actually the first, but the bird trio, as you can see, is actually nowhere to be seen. They've actually completely taking it off of this area now. I'm guessing it's just going to have more work done to it, but if monster comes over here, doesn't mean that it is confirmed for the game, but Uglypo could change his mind and say, it needs a little bit more work doing. Now for the bird trio, which I did a video on quite a while ago, Uglypo said that there wasn't really too much difference between every mutation, so it got taken away and also is being worked on, I'm guessing. Obviously, in this update, which I probably did a video on it yesterday, was the Kusan, which actually is a really cool battle-looking thing, and I'm not really too sure what it's based on, but it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. But anyway, I have something over here which is like a little metal thing. I mean, this is probably the normal form. It's the shiny form, which the shiny form, or the exotic form even, looks like an orange, or a pumpkin. Probably looks like more of an orange. So yeah, we have this new orange robot coming to the scene. Amazing, right? So obviously we've got this, I'm guessing the grey one is the normal form, which is looking very mean. I can see the orange transforms. Like this is just a mean looking orange, really. What the heck? And also the final form. Then it grows a heads. Like, if that wasn't scary enough, it now has a freaking heads. Like, what? Why? Why is this a thing? This is so creepy, but so cool at the same time. I'm not really too sure about this one, but it's pretty cool. I like this one, and I really like this one. This one just looks weird. And again, they actually all look kind of weird, to be honest. But I don't know about this one. I mean, it gets a bit tall. Oh, actually, I didn't realize now it has a butt that extends from its torso. Oh, this more or less just extends out from the original one. I see. Actually, it's pretty cool. I take it back. That's actually pretty cool. And also, along that, we have a couple. We actually have quite a lot of monsters here, which is I'm surprised about. I guess I just want to get quite a lot of work done on the future update. So we pretty much have like what, maybe 1, 2, 3 more weeks worth of monsters here. So they're probably going to use that time to get all of these ones ready for the game. Actually, we have even more over there. They're probably working on all these at once to get them ready for the game, and also the release over that span of a couple of weeks, if not a month, it looks like. And during that time, they'll work on the bigger projects that they have for the game. Also, for the next one we have is a little butterfly bee thing, which has 2 exotic forms. I'm guessing one of these is probably going to be a skin variant. That one actually looks really cool. Unless they're going like the Vermilion route. If you don't know what Vermilion... Vermilion? Is it Vermilion? Actually, what's the Pokemon? Am I calling it something different? Vermilion Pokemon. Vermilion. No, that's a C. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Pokemon moth looking thing. What is it called? That's a good question. It is called I'm really smart. It's not a venom moth. What's the stupid thing called? Okay, moth. It's a not masquerade. Not masquerade. It. Okay, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna find this. Okay, I'll be back in a second. I'm so dumb. It's called Vivleon. God damn it. For this entire time, I've actually been calling it Vermilion. The stupid city, of course. But they actually might be going that route. And also the reason why I bring up Vivleon is because I'm pretty sure it's Vivleon. I might be wrong now if I'm calling it something different. Can actually change patterns. And that's what they might be doing with this, which is a really, really, really cool concept. If they can pull it off amazingly, which, just looking at the... I would call them exotics, because right now we don't really have any way of telling. For example, that might be the normal form, that might be the exotic, and then whatever. But if they're going for the Vivleon, I'm so... I can't see what I mean. Shut up, okay. It could actually be really, really cool to see this. But also, I'm pretty sure Vivleon changes... mostly changes based on, like, season, right? I'm pretty sure there's actually more variants of it as well, which I don't really know how to get them. Unless it's just random that you get them. I'm probably thinking of Saul's Book, aren't I, that changes during seasons. But, definitely could be something really, really cool. So, actually can't wait for that one. This one's going to be really cool, especially if it gets like more additions of skins to it as well. So not really too sure how it's going to work. It might just work as when you spawn you get a random skin, unless you have to unlock the monster, and then in the monster's skins it has different variants of it, kind of like exotics, and you have to unlock them by doing other things to unlock them, which could actually be really, really cool in itself. So it's kind of like, oh, you have to complete a quest to unlock this monster. Okay, now that you have this monster, there's also 5 more quests you have to do to get all of these skins, which I think will be kind of cool, but to some people might be tedious. Next, we have a fox. I'm pretty sure I've seen this somewhere before. Isn't it like meant to be like a fake fox kind of thing? It kind of looks like it could be a bug with like the fangs that it has. I'm not really too sure. Or it's meant to be, but also this probably mutates into this, which is like a cocoon. And then also it evolves or mutates into this thing, which I could definitely see this being like a dragon thing. This looks really, really cool, but it's probably going to be a bug. Actually, if this is bug dragon, that'll be hilarious. But also, it would be really cool. This actually could compete for Snake. Like, my favorite right now is also Snake. But this could compete with Snake for me, to be honest, because that looks so cool. That actually looks so cool. It honestly looks like what this thing should have probably looked like, to be honest. Like, I could see this thing mutating, because it looks like a Digimon, to be honest, to me. And also, when Digimons digivolve, if that's even the right term, for what they do. And also they become like these stupidly super heavily mecha things. Kind of reminds me of this, but obviously these two don't go together at all. But this trio is weird, but also really cool. This is gonna be so good to get. So I can't wait for this one. The funny part is it's probably meant to be like a Route 1 sort of like bug, kind of like Beedrill in a sense. Oh, obviously you got Weedle, unless you're a login fan. Then you got Kakuna, which is, You got Beedrill, okay, that's pretty cool. And then you get Mega Beedrill, and you're like, okay then. We don't want to mess with that. That's kind of like the vibes I'm getting from this. Like, I could definitely see this being like a Beedrill thing, and instead of having this as the final form, this would be like the Mega. Well, let's just skip over the third form. Let's just go straight to the Mega, pretty much, which definitely like this monster. And then we have this thing, which is ugly. Actually, no, I'm joking, obviously. Definitely looks weird, and I'm not really too sure how I feel about this. It has no potential mutations yet, so it's kind of like the Kusai, where it hasn't got a mutation yet. Definitely looks like it could be something like on par with Stunfisk, in a sense. I'm hoping they give it a mutation at the very least and not leave it like Stunfisk is. But again, Stunfisk, in my opinion, was actually really, really good. I loved using that Stunfisk. Especially if, like, against Ubers, when they're just not expecting it, because it's a PU, the lowest tier. And I just use it against Ubers all the time, and it definitely has this interesting PvP thing. PvP, like, settings, I guess. Because of how bulky it can actually be. But, yeah, pretty cool. But, more or less, I really like this. That is really good. That's going to be, like, top 5 favorites in most people's opinion. This is going to be super cool. I could actually be wrong. It just might be like this is a normal form, and they just can't decide which one's the exotic's gonna be. If they do it like the Vivillon thing low, that's gonna be so cool. That's actually gonna be really, really cool. This thing, creepy, but also cool. Can I get a trends? I'm not too sure if who made these. It looks, honestly, they look that different, and that's actually really, really cool. So I don't think the same person made them all, but if it did, or if the same person made them all, that would actually be insane. The fact that they can have such different ideas, or they might not have had the ideas themselves, but just like such different like building, like methods, I guess, is like an okay way to put it. Not exactly what I'm trying to say, but whatever. But I'm pretty sure the same person didn't make these, to be honest. Because they're just so different in their own sense, although they're all really, really good. So, yeah, honestly, these three right here, really, really cool. I have no idea what it's meant to be honest. It kind of looks like a frog thing. Other than that, look, before we end it off, we do have, yes, here, Irasper. Now, most people could, I would actually have considered this one to just be a Irasper and then also Golspur's additional mutation, but it looks like they're actually remodeling it. So it looks like this Golspur is going to be taken out of the game, and this is going to be the new Golspur, because it doesn't really change too much from the original Irasper, which makes sense why they'd want to change it up a little bit more, because right now it only gets like a little bit of an insaner mohawk, really, to be honest, and a little bit bigger. So I can definitely see that being a thing, but I don't know. I think this is going to be a lot cooler than this one, but it's whatever. I mean, originally, I wasn't really a big fan of Irasper. Irasper was one of those monsters that I'm just like, not really a big fan of in this game, but you kind of need those monsters in a game, I feel like. But this definitely makes it look cooler. Still not going to be one of my favorite monsters, but definitely a lot cooler than what it originally looked like, in my opinion, which also is a really good thing for them to do. Other than that, they got rid of a monster, which I'm actually trying to find it. Actually over here. They actually completely got rid of a monster, which they actually now aren't showing it anymore. But if you don't remember, I actually did a video on it yesterday as well, talking about it in the how to get that little bat thing. I've got its name already, even though I've been saying it. They got rid of Spider-Brat and Luchinarids, and they replaced them completely. Now, they do have some similarities, but now it's kind of like a mecha robotic themed spider instead, which looks cool in my opinion, but I don't know, I really wasn't expecting that to be taken out of everything, really. But pretty cool. Other than that, I don't think really much has changed about the game's all the monsters. Like, honestly, I know how I feel about that. It's definitely a good update, but I really wasn't expecting that monster to be changed out of all of them, to be honest. So I don't know, man. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the monsters or the potential updates. Like I say, I'm really looking forward to the next couple of weeks. We have some really cool additions coming, it looks like. Hopefully none of them get held back like the Burber trio, because that's definitely enough of a change, I feel like. I mean, it makes sense. Those just look cool. And this one definitely changed quite a lot. Quite a lot. But on that one, I don't know. I'm guessing just they haven't worked on the final one yet, or it's getting a bit of changes, but hopefully, because it kind of looks weird. Because I'm not really a big fan of always getting like one monster with no mutation. For example, we've got this one, which is an exception for me, because it actually looks really, really cool, to be honest, in my opinion. But for that thing, if they just give us that thing, it's like sure, there's a new monster in the game, but we can't really do anything with it right now because it's probably not going to be that great for stats wise. So it's just like, well, what are we really gonna do with it, really? Which I don't know. I just really dislike. I don't really hate. I just dislike getting like one monster at a time, and then in the future we get another mutation of it. But it's whether if it that one I'm not really kind of getting that only that one, but for like something like this, I mean, hey, could look pretty cool. I don't know. I really shouldn't compare them to each other, but it's just like, if we only have one of these so far, there's no mutations for that little bat. This one we don't even know its name, and I completely forgot what that name is, but I don't know, I mean, it has some potential, I guess, but I don't really know where it could mutate into, so hey, I guess we'll have to see. I mean, if we're going to get it, I'll probably complain about it, but once the mutation comes out for it, I'll probably be like, okay, never mind, this thing is cool, okay. But anyway, that's probably when we'll leave it off. This video's probably fairly long, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Also, let me know in the comments down below which is your favourite of the, I was going to say 3 mutation lines, but I guess technically 4. Sure, we'll throw the little weird frog thing, lizard thing in there as well, but I definitely feel like this is the coolest one out of them. Out of like the standalone monsters, I feel like this is the best mutation line that we have in these like 3 mutations, or 3 different mutation lines. So I definitely say this is the best out of the 3 for how it mutates. Definitely think this one is definitely like the standalone that is so goddamn cool. And then this one, it depends. Like if it's like the if it's not the Vivillon thing, and they're just going to kind of decide what shiny form or exotic form to give it, it's whatever. It's still going to be really, really cool. But if they do go the Vivillon route, then that is like going to probably be one of the best concepts for any monsters in the game, I think, because of how much you can expand on it, which is going to be so cool if they do that. If they don't, it's whatever. It's still a really cool monster anyway. But anyway, I'm going to leave off there. See you guys next time.